Hello, I got something very exciting to share with you that I stumbled across in the process of doing or preparing something to share with you a little bit later on once I finish doing all the research. And so, basically, let me just get into it before I get some type of distraction that happens. Um, how do I share this? Okay, what it is the laws of purification, right? There are laws of purification that the Israelites had to do in case they came across a dead body. There was three things that would cause them to be impure or contaminated. Number one was being in or entering a tent where someone had just died. Number two was being in contact with the dead, like in battle or by accidental proximity. And number three was to contact with a grave or its remains. So that would cause a person to be contaminated, where they would have to go through this ritual purification, right? And so, listen, I'm sharing this because maybe I should just go ahead and share but I'm not done with the research. So how do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? This would make sense with the other. I'm looking up cleansing and the consecrating because of the season that we're in right now. The cleansing and consecration of ourselves in preparation for the what do they call it? It's something of the king. Oh my gosh, I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, I'm doing some research, right, on consecration and cleansing. And so, I was sitting before the Lord with this and asking questions and getting directed to see different things. And in the process, I went to go look up this reference point that was found in Numbers, right? And I'm sitting and I looked at it and it started talking about how these persons who were unclean, how they had to be cleansed. It says, the clean person shall sprinkle the unclean on the third day and on the seventh day. And on the seventh day he shall purify himself, wash his clothes, and bathe in water. And at evening he shall be clean. The clean person shall, I'm going to read that again. This is Numbers chapter 19. And I'm actually reading verse 19. I was supposed to read verse 18, but verse 19 was what caught my attention. So verse 18 says, a clean person, a person that is clean, a clean person shall take hyssop and dip it in water, sprinkle it on the tent and on all the vessels and on the persons who were there and on the one who touched a bone, the slain, the dead, or a grave. The clean person shall sprinkle the unclean on the third day and on the seventh day. It says, and on the seventh day he shall purify himself, wash his clothes, and bathe in water. And at evening he shall be clean. So I'm sitting and I'm pondering this, right? Now I'm looking at this and I'm like, what am I looking at? And I just sat, and I got this beautiful view. You can see the shadow from my blinds, right? I got this beautiful view out my window, and I'm just sitting here in this amazing room. Like, I love this office, y'all. It just gives me life. It doesn't drain me at all. I guess it's the color of the walls, I don't know. But I'm just sitting here chilling, looking out the window, and just thinking about it. And then it hit me. There are, like, we were talking about one who has been made unclean or contaminated by a dead body, right? And so these were ritual cleansings that had to be done, right? And then all of a sudden, I am taken to today. And I'm like, I be darned. Okay, so back when I was doing the in-person services and all that other stuff, before the Lord started directing me on obedient to the Lord, his voice above everybody else's for me. Anyway, there was services on, there was what we call midweek services, and then there were your regular worship services Sunday, or depending on if you are one of those who do your services on Saturday, then your day 7 being Saturday means your day 3 will be Tuesday. For those who do Sunday services, their day 3 is Wednesday, right? So I'm looking at this because it said here, the clean person shall sprinkle the unclean on the 3rd day and on the 7th day. And I realized, I'm like, oh wow, this is the significance, or this is explaining the significance of the midweek service. Both had to be done. So now listen to this. It says, this is one of the notes. It says, the severity of the impurity resulting from touching a corpse is evidenced in the ritual washings administered on the 3rd and 7th day. The potential of defiling the sanctuary from a distance if left unpurified, and the potential penalty of kara, which means being cut off from the community. Let me read that again. The severity of the impurity resulting from touching a corpse is evidenced in the ritual washings administered on the 3rd and 7th days. The potential of defiling the sanctuary from a distance if left unpurified, and the potential of being cut off from the community. So here's the thing. This was significant. It was important to wash because you can easily become contaminated by a dead body. But get this, so The Walking Dead, right? That's what zombies are supposed to be, right? I used to trip my grandsons out with this because they just zombie. And I'm like, well, you want to see a zombie? Look outside. The Walking Dead, zombies were walking dead, right? A person who is not born again is spiritually dead. You have a lot of people walking around outside who have nothing to do with King Jesus, who have nothing to do with church, who is spiritually dead. They are walking zombies. And a person like in this world, like one of the things Jesus said is he said that we're in this world, but we're no part of it, right? So being in this world, because we're no part of it, it is important that we wash, because we have to interact daily. We're supposed to, well, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I don't want to get ahead of myself with these other verses, but sticking with this in Numbers, when you take this law of purification and you apply that to today, according to their law, they had to wash on day 3 and they had to wash on day 7. That's your day 3, your midweek service, and day 7, which is your Sunday service, right? Are you getting before the Lord? Are you getting before the Lord on day 3? Are you making your midweek services? Or are you just doing your Sunday service? You run the risk of, what does it say here? The potential defiling of the sanctuary from a distance if left unpurified. This was a purification or a ritual cleansing. That means it had to be done. It was a ritual, right? If you are not getting to your midweek, for those of you who are not before the Lord every day, who are not washing every day, now check this out. Do you take a bath or shower just twice a week? I can't fathom it. I cannot fathom it. Do you only change clothes twice a week? So I'm getting ahead of myself about the need to cleanse daily. But if you're not cleansing daily, according to the laws of purification found in the Bible, day 3, day 7, your midweek and your Sunday service, or your day Tuesday and your Saturday service, day Tuesday, day 3 still day 3 and day 7. It was important. It kept you healthy. It kept you clean, especially when you're dealing with impurities. Imagine working in a hospital around a whole bunch of sickness, but never washing your hands, never cleansing afterwards. You would become infected. You would become sick. Your midweek services is just as important as your Sunday services. For those of you who are only or doing this, or getting before the Lord, or reading your word twice a week. I'm just saying. All right, bye.